Welcome, Andy.
Thank you.
Prior to coming to the Pars, you played with Airdrie for 5 years, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you scored, well, you were in 2 cup finals, and you also scored in one of them. So, how well do you remember these games for Airdrie?
I remember them very well. The first one against Rangers, obviously, I think nobody expected us to win probably either game, but Rangers at that time were very, very strong, the players they had, and so for us to get to the final was an achievement. And I think that's probably the way we played that day. I think we just went in there with the freedom. We didn't play great, but we gave a good account of ourselves.
And it was at the end of that season then that you were maybe not dispute with the club is maybe not a good thing to say, but you had a difference, and Bert Payton came in for you then and offered you.
That's right. I mean, at the time, I think it sort of, I did the cup final, and then the dispute did. You'd be right with dispute because I was out of contract at the time, and then in them days, and I know some of the lads then, I'll always be honest and say that got a slight increase because that's all it was in salaries, and I felt at the time I didn't, and I couldn't understand why when I just had my best season for the club. But that's just the way it works at clubs sometimes, and I understand that, and I was still young at the time, so I was glad when obviously Dunfermline showed their interest, and I made it very clear to the club that I wanted to go. Obviously in them days it was different, you couldn't just leave under freedom of contract. In them days clubs could retain you, so it became the club then signed, I think, a striker from Hamilton, and I then obviously it paved the way for me to go on to Dunfermline, so it was the best thing for me at the time anyway, and obviously I knew I was going to a far bigger club, in a way of expectations, but at Airdrie, I still go to all the functions at Airdrie were, a club that it gave me an opportunity in the game, so everything I've got in the game I owe to Airdrie because of they gave me my chance.
Mm-hmm. I believe you cost Dunfermline £70,000 at the time, which was a reasonable amount of money.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm one of those ones. I think there was other moves after that probably the teams bought me. I'll probably not say the same thing, but I think at that time I think 70,000 was about right. I think they'd be, because I think Airdrie had signed a player for around about the £100,000 from Hamilton. So I think at the time the club were clever, because in a way of that if it was going to go to the tribunal, they weren't going to have to pay any more than 100. So I think at the same time Airdrie were happy to recoup some of the money that they'd paid for that. So I felt 70,000 was about right. The club obviously were happy to pay it. And when I came up to the club, then obviously I met Bert and Dick at one of the services, I think it was Stirling Services, I think I went. And when they sold the club, I didn't have to be sold, but because I'd played there enough times, I couldn't wait I was really excited when I came to the club.
Mm-hmm. And then of course you had the disappointment of breaking your leg in your first game here at East End Park against Bolton, the pre-season friendly. And probably we would say that the fans were maybe a bit lukewarm to you joining the club.
Yeah, I remember the day, because at pre-season the grass is always a wee bit longer as well, so just to protect the pitch, and rightly so. I remember when the teams were getting announced, and it was also against my old pal Owen Coyle's team at the time, down at Bolton, and I'm thinking, please don't shout out my name dead loud and like a big introduction, because I wasn't sure, what I was going to get. And the players had basically, so obviously the lad obviously did make a big announcement saying our new summer signing and the cost, and the response was, listen, when it happened it didn't surprise me, because I expected that, but I'm a strong enough character at the time to know that I was always told if people boo you, it's because they like you. If you're old fans, then it's not. They don't. If it's away fans that boo you, then that's because they know you're a threat, or you've been a threat to them in the past. So I was okay with that, and I thought, I get my first goal, that'll be the one to. It's always goals, I'll always win fans over, and I scored that very early on. I think it was in the first 10-15 minutes, which was great. And even then, after that, I felt that was it. And then unfortunately, obviously, there was not even a tackle, it was just my studs caught in the turf. And I broke my tibia, I think it was, and that was me for about 5 or 6 months. But the response I got from even cards and messages I got into the club from there, you know, it was great of support. And then when I came back, I mean, the response I got when I came back was incredible. When I came on as a sub, the game we spoke about.
Yeah. Your form was pretty good with us, and you scored just over 50 goals. A lot of fans and journalists thought that you could have played for Scotland, and you were being touted about a bit, but you never actually made the full Scotland team, but you actually played in the B.
Yeah. Played the B against the Norwegians and I remember the night, as you always do, but the amount of Dunfermline fans that came that night was incredible. I think there was maybe say 7,000 or 8,000 fans in the ground, but the huge majority were obviously, because there wasn't notoriously a lot of supporters would come to the B squad games at that time, as they were called. I enjoyed the experience, it was great. I was meant to play up front with Ali that night, but Coisty got injured, but he sent me a really nice message, phoned me to the hotel, and I felt I did okay. I don't think I had my best game, but at that time Scotland they had a lot of good strikers. I think if I'd scored the goals then, now, you'd be in the Scotland A squad, you'd certainly have an opportunity to go and play. And I think even in that, probably over the last 3-4 years, that sort of goal ratio would have got you in there. But there was fantastic players at that time. I still joke about it with Craig Brown every time I see him, because Craig obviously still jokes that he still gets stick from supporters, certain supporters, for not picking me for the '98 World Cup, World Cup. But he does it in tongue in cheek, and I quite rightly say he got it wrong, just to make sure it makes him feel a little bit worse. But listen, that's the way it was. Sometimes it's harder, I've got to say, sometimes it's harder to get out the squad than it is to get in it. So when you're in the squad, you know, you're in the squad, it's harder to displace people. But no, I enjoyed the experience, never went any further than that, but it was still a proud moment for myself to go and play in the B squad.